Hey everyone, all right, so we are here at Zidell Yards. This is part 3 of our Made coverage, supported in part by Velo Orange. And today we are going to, once again, find some incredible bikes. Let's just dive right into it. So I'm here with Jesse of Slow Southern Steel. And Jesse, give us just a quick run through of the SSS brand. How long have you been making bikes and where are you located?
Okay. Well, we're located out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. I've only been building about 3 years,
Okay.
doing it full time a little over a year. But I have like a background in fabrication and bike mechanic for 10 years type of thing.
Yep.
And so that's kind of how I got into it and got Slow Southern Steel running.
Cool.
So,
Perfect. So talk us through this bike. A lot of crazy nuances going on.
Yeah.
What is it made out of? And talk us through kind of your seat stay and the truss fork a little bit.
Totally. Well, to start out, it's I do some bike packing. I'm not like a hardcore racer or anything,
Sure.
but a lot of my friends are, and I'm friends with Andrew, and he hosts a bunch of races. So I was like, I've been riding like my 120 hardtail for most stuff, but I also am a mountain biker. So I just kind of got sick of just swapping stuff, always resetting it up. So I was like, I want a dedicated bike packer. This is actually one of the Made media bikes, so I got chosen for one of those, and so that was sweet. So I got a lot of stuff provided for that, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go all out on this one. I want it to be flashy. Most of my bikes are a little toned down compared to this. But yeah, that being said, Reynolds tubing, 853 provided, and then as far as like the design goes, I kind of, it was artistically inspired mostly, not so much like functionality, but extra tubes seem to be pretty popular right now, and I was like, man, I haven't seen anyone do double seat stays. I think I would look really clean to run like a really skinny seat stay. And then the whole truss fork was kind of like, my idea was like, oh, that would mirror the stays with the double tube and all that. And they're actually just 316 stainless, so they're not chromoly, so they're quite a bit weaker. This is definitely a little bit of test. It's my bike, but in compression, you're usually,
It's flexing.
Yeah, it's flexing,
but
we'll test it out. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, the fork feels pretty all right. I was a little worried about the flex from the brake causing it, but when it comes down to it, I'm not looking for necessarily like comfort out of it. Like, I want it to be comfortable, but I'm like, I could have built any fork and made it about as comfortable as this one,
Totally, yeah.
But yeah, really just something cool. Like I had a.
So does this up here kind of, does that adjust the tension of the fork at all?
You could actually a little bit, but functionally it was just purely so I could get adjustability out of my
got it.
Without having to run like a removable steer tube where it clamps at the crown. This is only like the second fork I've built, so I wasn't real comfortable doing like a clamped crown yet. And I was like, I want to try this out.
Cool.
Had that idea, and this I like inherited a cruiser bike that's like a 1950s like Monarch. It was made in Chicago, and it had a Springer front end with with the actual spring up here, but it was very similar like aesthetic, and it had like the acorn nut on top, and I was like, oh, I love that. So I want to incorporate that. So
talk about this rear rack. It looks like you got some spokes on there.
Yeah, well, these are actually TIG rod.
Oh, okay,
I actually left the stamping in it on here just because I was like, okay, welders will appreciate that. But yeah, so
Is that stainless too?
Yeah, those are all stainless, and I built a ton of racks at this point for friends, and pretty much everyone. Racks are hard to fit sometimes, and there's some good ones out there, but custom bikes too might have weird mounts and all that, and so a lot of my bikes I built them for. And Andrew, doing the Tour Divide and stuff, he was really specific about the setup he wanted, so we made him a rack. So it's very simple, but a lot of this layout is really to organize your straps and hold them on when you pull things off.
Got it. Yep.
And so
that
was
got the
all.
two, so they like go through here, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Underneath
And we used to run like a bar on there. I was like, oh, that'll keep things from sliding. But Andrew found that it kind of limits, like if you want to run a sleeping pad and stuff.
Sure.
And so we're like, oh, if we do a strap keeper, that'll keep things from shifting forward.
Pretty neat.
And he's been a great asset for having me test rider, because like I ride a lot, but not as much as him. So you know, but
rad, dude. So where can we find you? Where can folks find your bikes online?
Yeah, so sss.bike is my Instagram and my website handle. So check me out there. I'm on Instagram a lot. Website gets updated periodically, but check that out.
Thanks.
So I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
So I do want to take a quick break in coverage to let you all know that this video is supported in part by Sanitas Cycles. Salsa just launched a whole new lineup of full suspension mountain bikes designed for adventure by bike and built for the love of dirt. From their all new Spearfish to 2 new Blackthorns, there's something here for almost any rider. All of these new bikes feature Salsa's efficient split pivot suspension and split pivot plus design approach for adaptable travel. And Salsa's signature cargo capacity makes any of them a good candidate for bike packing. So for more on these new bikes, you can click on the card in the top right corner here, or else follow the link in the description below. Hey everyone, so we're here with Ashley from Significant Other. And Ashley, first and foremost, tell us a little bit about your history of making frames. How long have you been doing it, and how long has the brand been around?
Yeah, so I've been making frames. I'm about halfway through my 6th year now.
Okay.
I worked for a few other companies before starting my own.
Sweet.
I was with Reeb, Mosaic, Merlin Dean. Merlin Dean is where I learned titanium.
Okay.
And last June, so it's been a little over a year, is when I kind of struck out on my own, I guess.
Yeah.
And created Significant Other bikes.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay, cool. So talk to us about this bike specifically. What was the motivation behind building it?
Yeah, I was trying to design a frame that kind of had the flexibility to be built up any which way. Just so any type of rider could make it their own.
Sure.
So it's designed suspension corrected. You could run suspension fork or not. And I also designed it so that you could run flat bars or you could run drop bars.
Sweet.
Kind of the idea for the show was to set it up one way one day and kind of switch it all up the next day. Due to time and financial constraints, that's not happening, and this is how it's going to be all weekend.
That's fair.
But yeah, I put couplers in the brake lines, so that's an easy swap out there.
Yep.
You have adjustable dropouts, so you could ride a drivetrain with gears if you want. I have it set up single speed, a little more my style.
Yep.
Yeah, and just the finish, again, inspired by a friend of mine. I made a bike for a friend and she wouldn't ride it. I was like, why aren't you riding it? She's like, I don't want to mess up the paint.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, now I just kind of do that like distressed finish. So
I love
it doesn't matter. That should not be a concern. You should ride your bike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is titanium. Do you just work on tie? Do you do steel as well?
I do tie and steel.
Okay.
I'd say a majority of the bikes I made in the last year have been titanium, though.
Okay, cool. So where can we find you? Where can folks find you online?
Yeah, so I have a website, significantother.bike, and then Instagram, significant.other.bikes.
Okay, and is there, what's like your schedule? Are you just swamped or?
I have a little bit of a queue, but I'm always looking for more work. I love doing the custom stuff and working with different riders. Also thinking about coming out with some production models that I will be making.
Yep.
But yeah, kind of using some of the custom design elements I've done or show bike elements I've done and putting it on frames that would be a little more accessible to more people.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise. Hey everyone, I'm here with John from Fitz. Is it Fitz Bicycles?
Fitz Cycles.
Fitz Cycles.
With a Z.
Fitz. All right, John. So tell us, where do you live? Where do you manufacture bikes? And kind of a little bit of your backstory.
All right. So I'm out of Santa Rosa, California. I apprenticed 20 plus years ago with Paul Sadoff at Rock Lobster.
Oh, yeah.
I worked with Aaron Rogers of Banjo Cycles for a few years, and then started building out of Santa Rosa about 11 years ago.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And what were you doing before then? Before your internship per se?
I was a woodshop middle school teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Sweet.
then a stay-at-home dad for a few years.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Cool. All right, so talk us through this specific bike. What was the motivation behind it, and tell us about the racks.
Oh, okay. So I called Sour Bikes. They made the fork to see if they had any dropouts that they wanted to sell me. They didn't have any, but they said they'd give me a good deal on some forks, so I bought a couple.
Okay.
Sat in the shop for a few years, and then I had some time to build a frame around it.
Yep.
And that's what this is.
Okay.
Was trying to sell it. No one was biting.
Yep.
And then Metal Guru guys invited me to come to the show, so I had a bike.
Yeah.
Put it together. and then made the racks for the show.
Perfect. So yeah, it's a steel bike, steel racks.
Stainless steel
Stainless,
racks.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to us about this front one, how it's kind of modular.
Yeah, so the top rack is kind of based off of a French rando style, but just a little bigger tubing. The high riser rack attaches to it and then takes it off if you're not going to be using it. I used an old mandrel that I think Paul gave me many years ago to bend these kind of big swoopy arcs.
Yep.
The rear rack is such that you can still use your dropper, put a sleeping bag on the back or other kind of bag. Got some attachment points for water bottles on the sides, and you can still use your dropper.
Awesome. What are the components on here? Why did you pick some of them?
You know, as it is with bike people, sometimes it starts with a component that you're like, God, I got to see a bike around that.
Yeah.
And I guess
love that.
It's this derailleur.
Yeah.
This freaking Star Wars tech looking derailleur by Vivo.
Yep.
And then I had a reason to drop money into it because I got invited to come to the show.
Yep.
So that was kind of the genesis.
Sweet.
I wanted some silver parts, and so I found this company called Lewis.
Yeah. Lewis Brakes.
Good, good price, and so far they work good. I haven't really gotten the bike dirty, so I don't know yet.
Sure.
And then, of course, White Industry, they're right down the street. Chris King, you can't go wrong with their stuff. It's just bomber.
Yep.
And I made the stem.
Okay. Yeah.
And these SimWorks get-around bars just had the shape that I was looking for.
Totally. Lovely.
Yeah.
Looks great, man. Cool. Where can folks find you?
FitzCycles.com.
Sweet.
Cycles with a Z.
Rad. Thanks, John.
Yeah, you got it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, everyone. So we're going to take a break from our normal coverage of Made 2025. Right next to me is Miles Arbor. And Miles works for BIKEPACKING.com, but he got the lowdown on the Santa Cruz Stigmata. Why is this a different Stigmata than the one currently on the market, Miles?
Well, you might look at this bike and say, hey, isn't that a steel Stigmata? Does that exist? It does, but there's only 4 of them. So apparently Santa Cruz made 4 steel Stigmatas to test the new geometry for the carbon version. So there's only 4 of them. They were made in Portland, here in Portland, and it was just a way to mock up everything before producing a carbon version, which is a lot more complicated than creating a steel version.
So is this specific version the current geometry, or is this a future Stigmata geometry that we can look forward to?
This represents the current geometry.
Okay.
And when I asked Santa Cruz if it was going to be produced, they said maybe and gave me a funny look. So maybe there's going to be a steel Stigmata, maybe there isn't.
Hey, Miles, thanks so much.
Okay, see ya.
Bye. Great. Hey, everybody, I'm here with Brad from Sanitas. Is it Sanitas Cycles?
Sanitas Cycles,
Sanitas Cycles. Brad, can you tell us a little bit about, well, the brand as a whole, how long you guys have been around, and where's home base?
So Sanitas Cycles is almost 5 years old this November. We are based in beautiful Durango, Colorado, and everything is done in titanium.
Yep.
And but we control everything from start to finish: design, weld, manufacturing, finishing, assembly, start to finish.
Okay, so talk to us about this particular model. This is brand new. What's its name, and give us the details.
So this is our production model of our Pistol, P-I-S-T-I-L.
Okay.
Pistol XC 120.
Okay.
So XC style geometry, 120 front and rear travel, but we've partnered with Allied, and so this has the carbon rear triangle from the BC40. So full-on race ripper.
Yep.
What is nice is that you get all of those design features, and then you get a full custom front end to you.
To you. Okay, so how does that all work? You guys ask for numbers from the customer, and then you guys kind of put it in a program. Like, what does that all look like?
So my business partner does all the design, but we can either take, if you prefer to see your local fit specialist, we can see them, and we can take those numbers and turn it into a frame geometry for you.
Sweet.
We also have a body measurement assessment form that we've worked out through the years of what would work to where we can build a frame and you don't have to go see a fitter.
Sweet.
So we have a couple options. And you could pop into Durango and we'll do a fitting there for you too.
Sweet, cool. So is this bike available now?
Yes.
And where can we find you?
So a bike is available. Sanitasbikes.com. Sanitas bikes.com.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. So I'm here with Bradley of Wilde. And Bradley, first and foremost, how long have you been welding up frames? And give us a little backstory of your history.
I started frame building in '98 at Waterford Precision Cycles in Wisconsin, and worked there for a couple years, and then started my own little small brand out of Minneapolis called Capricorn.
Yep.
And then kind of moved around the country a little bit doing that.
Okay.
And then started with Wilde a couple years ago.
Sweet. So before Waterford, what did you do?
I worked at a bike shop.
Okay, there we go. Love
and
it.
after Waterford, I also worked at a bike shop.
Sure. That's how it works.
Yeah.
All right, so talk us through this particular bike. What was the inspiration, and how did it all come together?
Sure. We've been super inspired by old mountain bikes lately.
Yeah.
Just the vintage scene, klunkers and Richies and whatnot, all that old stuff. And so with this one, we looked at the Rivendell Bombadil and as like a springboard for inspiration, and kind of spun out from there.
Sweet.
Just started with the doubles, the double top tube, double four crown, double stem, full boneless stem.
Yep.
And then the double brake bridge back there.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I didn't see
so
that. That's
we got we just started having fun with it.
Absolutely.
And carved a bunch of all the reliefs out of the head tube, the seat tube. And it's just a really fun, beautiful bike.
Is it available? How many do you have? Where can we find you?
They will be available.
Okay.
This is the one right now.
Okay, sure.
And we hope that, as we make them, each one turns out unique, true to the custom game. But we hope to take orders for them and provide, just the proper custom experience per machine.
Perfect. Where can we find you?
WildeBikes.com.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right. Hey, everyone. So I am here with Tom of LaMarche. And Tom, first and foremost, tell me a little bit about your brand. How long have you been manufacturing, creating bikes, and where is home base?
Sure. So I started building bikes for other people in 2015. That's when I started to apprentice and learn. And I worked for a few different builders. I started with Lance Mercado, who did square belt cycles in Brooklyn, New York. And I worked for Horse Cycles, who was also in Brooklyn, New York. And then I moved all the way across the country to work for Stinner Frameworks.
Okay.
And after that, I ended up back home in Philly. And in 2020, I started my own business. So the last 5 years, I've been doing my own thing.
And now you call Portland home.
Now I'm in Portland. Yeah.
Sweet.
So I'm building out of the old Cielo frame shop inside of Chris King. And I'm building alongside Chris Blanford, who's doing first-hand frame building, which is tubing supply for Reynolds, all types of stuff for frame building, hole saws, stuff to cut, dropouts, everything. And Chris is going to be doing a frame building school as well.
Cool.
So I share that space with B from Hot Salad, and then
that's pretty sweet.
Bradford, who used to work at Speedwagon. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So talk to us about this bike. What was the inspiration behind it, and does it have a name?
There's no name yet.
Okay.
The inspiration was I got asked to do a bike for Chris King's new colorway, the Jade parts. So it was basically going to be a bike for myself, and I don't have a 29er yet, and I don't have a real mountain bike touring bike yet.
Sure.
So that's really the inspiration behind it. Is I want to build myself a touring mountain bike, and I just want to make it all rigid, mechanical, kind of as simple as possible. 1.1/8" head tube. I don't plan on putting a suspension fork on it. It's not suspension corrected. Mechanical shifting, mechanical disc brakes, everything just simple that I could service in the field if anything breaks, and not have to worry about it.
Talk us through some of the components you picked out here.
Yeah, so I got this really cool P&W silver dropper that just looks
they're
absolutely sick.
They're awesome.
Yeah, and they helped me out with that and some of their pedals, grips, dropper lever, White Industries cranks, obviously all the Jade Chris King stuff, hubs, bottom bracket, seat collar, 1.1/8" threads, no thread set.
Okay.
We got some cool Simworks Cal bars. What else? Paul stem, Paul levers, Paul clampers, and this nice big cushy.
You get to break that bad boy in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and all Shimano. Drivetrain.
Sweet.
XT.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, where can folks find you online? And do you have a big queue, or how does that all work?
I have a queue for sure.
Yeah.
Enough that I feel like I need to catch up on it.
Yeah.
And you can find me on Instagram at LaMarche Bike Co. or my website, LaMarcheBikes.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, folks. So that does it for part 3 of our Made coverage. If you want to check out the first 2 parts, well, you can do so by finding them in the description below. As always, thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw in this video and want to see a little bit more like it, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. It means the world. And if you want to help support everything we're doing on this YouTube channel and at BIKEPACKING.com, well, you can do so by joining the Bikepacking Collective. The Collective offers a lot of awesome perks, including industry discounts, monthly giveaways, the twice-yearly Bikepacking Journal, and the all-new Basecamp. So to learn a little bit more about the Bikepacking Collective, you can click on the card in the top right corner. Also follow the link in the description below. As always, thanks so much for watching. And until next time, pedal further.